Hello, another episode of Dark. Uh, don't know if this one is book related at all. I'm just turning it on and seeing what comes out. It's the end of my first day back at work. Well, it was only one day I was actually off from my back. The other part of it was my long weekend, which was spent doing stuff for my back. But yes, what do I have to say? Well, I listened to some booktube videos. I don't know where I am at with booktube. Am I detached? Was I detached before? Sometimes I feel like I am. Sometimes I feel like, well, I've sort of disappeared from booktube, and I doubt if anyone's particularly noticed that I'm gone. Which is wah wah me stuff. But that's what this channel is about. Wah 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 me stuff. Um, Yeah, but I mean, I think you get as much out of something as you put into it. Maybe if I'm not putting anything into it, then nothing is going to be coming out. And what I'm putting in is on this channel, where it's mostly my own stuff. And yeah, I guess I should be careful with that because then if I put in all sorts of negative moaning and whining, then this will be my moaning and whining thing, which will reflect back into me, and I will get more moaning and whining, and I'll become that insane person on the internet who sits on his swing in his backyard in the dark and talks to himself. Oh, that's already happened. No, this is more of a diary, more than I'm talking to myself. At least I'm not expecting myself to answer back, if that makes sense. This is just me doing a journal entry and probably feeling achy and not high energy, which is why today hasn't actually been much of a book day because I've just the low level of kind of chronic pain that I'm in at the moment meant that I didn't want to listen to any books on audio. I did read some of the final Gnome book, which is taking me forever to read. They're up on that airplane in the sky, and have been for a while now. But I think they're actually about to get off the airplane, get to NASA, and then find their spaceship. It's interesting with the Gnome trilogy. Here, let's go thing of this Gnome trilogy. I'm finding the last book very detached because book two is a parallel story thing, which has already gotten to the end, and then this one is going to the same ending, so it really kind of drains. I'm finding it's really draining me of um, my motivation to read the book, even though it's an absurdly tiny book. So why would I? Why would I? Why would it take me so long? But I think that's why it's taking me so long. It's like it's an interesting way of doing things, but I already know what their ending is. So this feels like we're just filling in some blanks that could have just as easily have been interspersed within volume 2 to make that a slightly larger of a book. So there, I brought it back to books at the end there. I did a little bit of the Gnome trilogy. I'll have to put this in my Gnome trilogy um, criticism thoughts on section of my playlist, as well as in my dark section. So it starts out with me whinging, but ends up with me thinking about story again, which is obviously something I really enjoy doing, even if I just enjoy doing it to myself on my own. All right, I think I'm going to leave things there. I'm probably pretty tired because it's been a long day, and yes, I'm just that way. I biked to work and I biked home from work, and that felt good. So that was good. I think being active and actually being upright is actually good. I'm glad that my job is not a sitting at a desk. If I'd been sitting at a desk for 8 hours, I would have not been able to get up at the end of the 8 hours, and that would have been annoying. All right. Good night.